love the chase and the hunt, and I set the pace when I'm running.
Hello all, welcome back. Thanks for your comments, subs and likes. So I'm going to get on and weed that bed outside that's got the tomatoes and runner beans and cabbage in. I'll get on and do that. I'll show you a before and after, and I'll show you around my tomatoes and my French dwarf beans. What I think I'm going to do with this French dwarf bean is just take it out, take the beans off of it. Whatever's on there, take that one out. This one's still doing quite well as well. Still haven't harvested them from the weekend when I said I was going to, so I'll do that today, I think. I've got one carrot and possibly more coming in a row, because I did re-sow these a bit on this one. These are the round market more, is it? Something like that. This is the Autumn King. There's one out the back there. There's a couple out the front here. And this is a new sowing of Autumn King. Really, I need to thin these out, as you probably can see. So I'll be doing that today. And this is my kohlrabi. Doing all right, considering. It's not too bad. And now that we've had a few dry days, I think I'm going to get that three-pronged fork and scratch this off and get some of these weeds up. But these seem to be doing okay out in the weather, considering it's been quite windy and wet. They don't seem to mind it really. Still got my tomatoes there as well, which is good. And we've got a new truss coming at the tops of both of them. Those are the Sun Gold. These two are the beefsteak Big Rainbow. They're all right. They're not massive at the moment, but they're doing all right. It looks like I've got my first truss there. So they're not too bad. They're doing all right. And the runner beans, they're running like they should be at long last. And I've got a few flowers on there as well, but I might give them a feeding a seaweed or something. They look quite yellow, so I might just give them a seaweed feed or something. These are the cabbages, Golden Acre, that I planted out last week. They're doing all right. A couple of them have been eaten a little bit, and I can't remember what you call that bug, but I think there's like a maggot inside there that just eats around there. So I'll take that one off in a minute. And there's another one in there as well. Yeah, so I'll take them two leaves off, I think, in a minute. Right, I've taken them leaves off. As you can see, like I say, I think they're the ones that got the maggots inside, so I've taken them off anyway. But while looking in there, these two have had the heads taken out of them, so they're probably not going to do a lot, but I'll leave them in there anyway. And these onions are doing quite well actually. As you saw, this didn't have a bulb when I first planted it, but they're doing all right. They're doing okay, considering they're quite late. I can't really complain. But anyway, right, I'll get my three-pronged fork thing out, and I'll get this forked over and get some of these weeds up. All right, there we go. All nice and tidy now. Not perfect by any means, but got a lot of them out, which is good. like into this bucket. Loads. It's like half full. So I might have enough space to put a row of cauliflowers in there, but I'm not too sure whether I'm pushing my luck with the spacing, to be honest, because they're going to be quite close. They probably have to be planted where them bricks are, so give them a bit of space for the cabbage and a bit of space for the runner beans. So you'll have to let me know if you think there's enough space or not. There looks like there might be, just because they're not the massive ones, they're just like snowball ones, so they don't grow massive. I've done a bit of tidying up in here. I've had to cut these back drastically. These are the beef steaks. They grew another massive leader, so I cut that one off, because if you look there, that's got a flower truss on that one. It was the same with this one, flower truss there, but there was a big main leader going up there with nothing on it, so I cut that one off. So this one can be my main leader. I've got some tomatoes on these sun gold now as well, but what I'm going to do, I'm going to take some of these bottom leaves off. Now I'll leave them too, because they're not touching the ground, but I'll take some of these bottom leaves off of these ones in here, and these ones, yeah, possibly one or two out here, but most of them aren't touching, so I don't really need to do anything with them ones, to be honest. I have side shooted them earlier, there was a little bit on there, but nothing really to talk about, not like the ones on the beef steaks. These are the ones that I cut off actually. But it's massive. And there was the other one. Right, I'll get and take these bottom leaves off of these ones in here now then. I've cut the bottom leaves off that one. They're all down there, so it's not too bad. It looks very dry at the bottom here, but I've been using my hose to water in here, because I've obviously moved my water butt in here and I haven't got around to doing that slab yet. So yeah, but I'm probably going to be using my watering can from now on, because I filled this up yesterday. So yeah, there might not look very much moisture there, but I pretty much say there's quite a lot. If I move a bit, look, I'll show you. See how dark it's going? So it is quite moist, even though it looks like it's not really at the top. Let's have a look at this one out here actually, because I haven't had a look at this one. This one looks quite dry as well, but as you know, I put pipes all the way along there, so this should be quite wet as well. Let's have a look. Yeah, look, you can see the change of colour as soon as you get down a little bit. Not massively wet, but wet enough obviously. It looks like 2's the magic number for me, because I've only got 2 of those that I planted, which is these French dwarf beans. I've got 1 out of 6, and I've got 1 out of them 2 as well. So that's pretty poor germination, to be honest. So yeah, I don't know whether that's the seeds or what, but I had that before when I've done the first lot. Right, those are my snowball cauliflowers. I need to prick some of them out and get them into single pots as well. So I will probably just put that compost in one of these buckets and reuse that. I'll see if it's got any seeds left in there, but I don't know whether it's because I'm keeping them too damp or what, but I haven't had very good germination with them at all, with this lot and the last lot. So yeah, I'll get them tipped out. And I want to take this one out, get all the beans off of there, and get all the beans off of that one as well. But I don't think I'm going to plant the next one there. I'm probably going to plant it in here somewhere, maybe a little bit up further, because as you can see, the broad beans have started coming up again. There's one there as well, so I might just put one here, well, both up this end a little bit further, move them strawberries away a bit. Well, I just emptied all these pots out into there. Not a bean to be seen. Well, I don't know what the hell happened to them, but I'm pretty sure I planted some in there. They can't have rotted away because, well, I don't know what's happened, but they haven't had germinated very good. The same as the last lot, so it might be just me keeping them too wet. But anyway, right, I've got some compost for me to prick out them cauliflowers now. I've taken off most of the damaged leaves on this end, one that I was going to take out, but I think I'll leave it in because they seem to be attracted to this one most, so I'll just leave that in for sacrificial. But there is a little bean on there, but I've taken most of them off now. And this is the other one that I've taken most of these leaves off. So not a lot of the leaves are touching the ground now. I think that'll help with the slugs and stuff. Oh, there's still one there. There's always one in there. So I'll take that one off in a minute. I've got a tub still of Pentland Javelin, so I'll get that emptied out. I'll put that with the French dwarf beans, then I'll come back to you. Right, there you go. That's the French dwarf bean, tender green, and these are my last Pentland Javelin. So that's not too bad, is it? So I'm going to go in and have some food now. I've got this then, so I'll carry on tomorrow. I was just taking off some of the eaten leaves off of these French dwarf beans, and I found something that everybody needs. This is the first one I've seen this year, so there you go. A nice little ladybird doing his ladybird thing and hopefully getting the bugs and stuff, so that's good. But I think I need a bit of an army of them really. But yeah, as you can see, this French dwarf bean's not doing very well, but it is growing back a little bit. I will take some of these chopped leaves off, and then hopefully that'll encourage some new growth. So I'll get and chop these off. I've already taken some off of here. There's another one that I'll take off. I'll just take the whole branch off back up to there, which is like a main node. So we'll see how we go. But yeah, I'll just get them leaves chopped off. Right, we're definitely getting down to the nitty gritty on this one. As you can see, I've taken off all the, well, most of the leaves that have been eaten, but I better leave some on. But as you can see, it is growing more new shoots with new flowers on, so I should get more beans, but it just looks a bit bare now, so hopefully I haven't stripped off too much leaves, but we'll see how we go. It's just a bit of fun now really. I think if I get more beans out of it, then that'll be good, and perhaps I can prune them a little bit, if you know what I mean. As you probably can tell, it's a bit of a wet day today. I wanted to plant a couple more cabbages outside, but I don't think I'll be doing that today because the old weather's a bit hit and miss. But I've got these cauliflowers that I can prick out, so I will do that today. If I get a chance later and the weather eases up a little bit, I might get them French dwarf beans out and plant some of them cabbages out. I don't know whether they're worth it, to be honest, because they're getting mullered a little bit now as well. But anyway, if I get a chance, I'll plant them out. These are evening primroses that I got off my neighbour, because I had some of these a few years ago, and obviously the seeds have blew over to his side and my ones have died, so he's given me some back. And these are the pinks. They seem to be doing all right. They seem to be growing a little bit in the centre, so a few of them have rooted, I think. We will find out later on, won't we? Right, let me get this cauliflower up on the bench and get them pricked out to start with. All I'm going to do really, I've got way too many in here, but I sort of knew that anyway. But I'm going to just get rid of some of these small ones and pick the best ones that I've got in here. I'm just going to use my plant label. Got my dibber. Just going to dib a hole. Plop them in like that. And just keep going like that. I've got 2 trays, so I think I'm just going to do 12. That'd be more than enough for me. But like I said before, these are only like little cauliflowers. They're not the big massive ones. So I'm going to do about 12. That's a bit lanky. I'll get rid of that one actually. Let's pick another one. They're all starting to get a bit leggy actually. But hey, we'll see how we go. Not the end of the world. That do got some root on it. Right, I'll get both of these trays done. Just like that. Then I'll get back to you afterwards. There you go, 12 snowball cauliflowers pricked out and everything. Still a few in there, but I don't think anyone I know that's going to want to have these cauliflowers, so I will just pull them and dump the compost underneath that bin there, because I always like to reuse compost and stuff. This is one of my beef steaks. It's a big rainbow, and obviously it's getting quite weighty now, but I never left enough string to bury to keep it up like that, because obviously that's not deep enough in there, so I might have to get a peg or something, but we'll put it in there like that and see how we go. But yeah, they're doing all right now actually. I've got a couple of flower trusses on these now, one there and one there. There's 2 on this one, one here, and there's one down there which is a bit odd, but yeah, flower truss there. these are doing quite well as well, actually. Some of these have got tomatoes on. Oh, you can't see, but there you go. Some there, some there, some there. This one hasn't got any yet, but it's got a nice truss coming there. And one up there. So they are coming, but they're a bit slow for me for obvious reasons, because I had my bit of a spell in the hospital, shall we say. Let's have a quick look out here. It's still raining, by the way. Hey, these tomatoes are doing quite well. These were the first ones that I saw that developed, so they're doing all right. This is a sun gold, these two, and that one as well. And it's got one truss up there and another truss there, and these are the beefsteaks that are outside. There's one truss there up the top, but that's it so far, and one, possibly two there. So they're a little bit slower outside, but yeah, it's to be expected. Well, no, mind you, the sun gold are doing better out here than they are in the polytunnel, so yeah. And the runner beans are starting to run at long last. Some of them are getting right up to the top of the cane, so I'll have to top them, or top that one anyway, pretty soon, or else it's just going to go mad. Cabbages are doing all right. Them couple up the end there, they're starting to get a bit eaten, but these front three, fingers crossed, haven't been touched yet, so we'll see how we go with that. But like I said before, I think like there is a cast of a shade over that side there a little bit because of all this, so really I need to trim this down as well. So yeah, but anyway, the apples are doing quite well. They're getting quite big now, actually. Let me take you over there and I'll show you. Not too bad actually this year. Last year I didn't get very many, but this year there's quite a few. They're quite small at this end, but it's because it gets shaded out by this thing. But there is some nice ones developing, as you can see. And there's some small ones that I could get rid of as well. But yeah, it's doing quite well, to be honest. So this might get pruned next week. I don't know yet. I know I said I was going to do it in August, but I could do it this month if I wanted to. So they might get pruned up. I don't know yet. We'll see how we go. Right, I was pleasantly surprised when I looked at these yesterday. There is actually turnips in here. Not that I should be surprised, but you know what I mean. But there you go. That's a turnip purple top. It's just quite nicely developing. There is a few in here. There's another one over there. Another one there. So we are getting some. So that's not too bad, I suppose. Better than not at all. But these Swedes still need to develop a little bit. But yeah, we're getting some turnip anyway. I want to see these golden ball. I want to see what these come out like, really. But yeah, get rid of that weed. Yeah, that'd be quite good if I can get them golden ball ones. But yeah, so we are going to get something out of it. So it's not going to be a total loss, which is good. I'm going to have a little tidy up and get rid of some of this stuff. I could put these baskets and stuff back in my other shed and move that and see if I can squeeze it underneath there. If not, that can go in the back of my other shed as well. Then hopefully, well, I'm hoping to get them cabbages. Actually, I'm going to plant the 3 in there. So let me get this a bit organised, then I'll come back to you. I've turned that over and it's very claggy where it is like grass cuttings and stuff, and obviously it's been very hot and it hasn't really broken down. As you can see, it's got roots and all sorts of stuff in here. So I've got my hose. I'm going to switch that on in a minute and just give that a good old drenching. Really, I should have done this earlier in the year when it was nice and warm. It would have helped it break down, but yeah, I'm doing it now. I've obviously had a bit of a sweep and a tidy up of here. I was going through one of my other sheds sorting it out actually, and I come across a couple of bags of all-purpose Miracle Grow. I don't even know how old it is. No, it doesn't say on there. I don't know, because this is obviously out of box, so I can't see any. That's not a date, that's just like a batch number. So whether that be any good when I use it, who knows, because it's been in there for a few years. I've also cleared this bit off and moved that other multi-purpose on there. Give that a sweep off as well. So yeah, a little bit tidier. Right, I'm going to go and turn this tap on and let this run for 5 minutes, just while I go and put this back up in that shed over there. Right, that's been running for about 5 minutes or so. As you can see, it's a lot more damper. So I've got some of my little doggy bag things. What I'm going to do, I'm going to cover that to try and keep the moisture in and maybe get a bit of heat on there. I know it's not going to be very much heat now, but if it brightens up in August or something, give it a nice bit of heat, then it'll help it rot down. But yeah, I'm going to carry on watering this for another few minutes, then I'll get them bags over the top of it. I'm gonna cut these a little bit, so yeah, I'll cut them and get them put down. And I'll probably grab some of them bricks and put them on there to keep the bags down, and every so often I'll give it a water and see what happens. Right, that's that covered up. As you can see, the tap has been running on it for like probably 15 minutes, 20 minutes possibly, because I started it when I went and took that other stuff up there. While I was grabbing everything, it was still running, and as I was doing it, I was moving it along the hose pipe, that is, the hose pipe along each section. So yeah, it's getting a damn good water now, I can tell you. And not a lot, surprisingly, is coming out the bottom of it actually, considering the amount of time it's been running. There's only a little bit there and there that has come out. So it is very, it was very dry, but hopefully that's given it a good water now. So I'll go and turn that off now. I think that's had plenty of time. Thanks for watching, commenting and subbing. If you haven't subbed yet, bell's down in that corner. Click on the bell, click on all, and you'll get my notifications. Right, catch you next time. Bye.